Hey you, so on this video, new coin frenzy and coin community talk, I'm going to be speaking on the both of those. So we've recently had a new coin release that's created somewhat of a feeding frenzy, and I've been contacted by a number of individuals regarding matters relating to the coin community, whether it be actions from others and my actions. So I'm going to address all of those in this video. Now this video may go on for a little while and there may be some noise in the background. There's some work happening, so let's just try to work through that. So I'm going to be displaying this coin that I've recently picked up, and this is the Sovereign Free Coin Premium set. So an individual contacted me and offered me an opportunity to pick this up as of time of release this video for damn near the issue price. So it was a fantastic offer, so I went ahead and picked these up. So I can add these to my roster of coins. I'm very happy with these sovereigns. They do very well. So I'll be breaking this in, and here we have the 2 sovereign proof, the sovereign and the half sovereign. So I'll just be displaying this in the background. So this is a new coin pickup also. So jumping straight into this, we're going to be talking about the dog, the Rwandan lunar dog that just came out, and the absolute joke that happened on the actual release day. Now, it's been one big feeding frenzy on the coin. I'm going to break down as to what I see, the situations as to what happened. I mean, I done a video highlighting the coin before it came out, highlighting a couple of places for individuals to purchase the coin if they were struggling, and I ended up not even getting what I was promised by the dealer. So it worked out to be one big nightmare. Personally, from what I understand, it's all boiled down to the guys that making the coin getting a little ahead of themselves. Now, whether greed has played a massive role, I'm not sure, because I've been getting conflicting information, because dealers have been able to sell the coin at a decent price, but it has been a very, very small amount of dealers. Now, I've heard either the dealer was passing on a coin that they got for themselves for that price. You know, individuals have mentioned maybe that dealer didn't have the coin in quantity. Now, when I say a different price, I'm referring to in euros here. Let's just say around the 1,500 euros. And then the issue price for the Santa Maria, who's done by the same guys, came out around the 1,650 euro. There was damn near 2 dealers that sold at that, from what I'm aware of, and it was a very, very small amount of individuals. From what I understand, we're talking 2 to 3 coins maximum that was sold at that price. But it'll be very interesting to hear from individuals who was able to secure the coin at that price, and no other individuals that got it at that price, because what it looks like happened is they've seen the popularity of their coins in general. From the first Lunar Rooster to the Santa Maria coins, this mint has officially taken off, and the stuff's real hot. I mean, when we're talking about the silver proofs and the gold, I believe I was one of the first pushing this. Each time I've come to find something out about it, whether it's been through my own investigations and put it out there, it's just really gone on, and the demand for these coins have gone through the roof. Dealers have told me just situations with this coin hasn't happened with no coin since they've been dealing with coins. I mean, we're breaking into it. Basically, what I believe happened and what's looking like happened as the dealers, individuals that had the Rooster or the Santa Maria was able, because they wasn't that in demand, was able to put in the same orders. Now, this is a handful of dealers that was able to secure large numbers of the coins. Now, remember, they're already on a tiny mintage. So whereas one dealer may have had 50 of the Rooster coins, the same dealer now was damn near getting 6 dogs. Now, that is good, but, you know, it was no type of clear indication as to what was going to be happening from what I'm understanding. So whereas dealers were asked or went through the same procedure of putting in their request for the coins, we're talking the day before they was told, well, listen, you're down there getting 5% of what you're asking, or somewhere around that. And that's what led to, one, not being able to fulfill pre-orders if they did put a pre-order page up, and 2, them stating that, well, you know, the dealer had upped the price on them. Now, I've heard that from a few dealers, but it just doesn't add up when certain dealers are able to sell the coins for cheaper. So what I'm taking away from all of it is, I mean, a lot of these dealers and the European dealers have got a situation on their hands, which I saw happening, but they are physically seeing happening, where I understand one dealer was telling me clients were calling up and basically saying, regardless of the price, they would pay anything. So it doesn't help, but as I've mentioned before, big money, real big money in terms of collectors and hardcore collectors, and big money is involved in this now. So dealers are left in a situation where they either, you know, cater to demand or cater to their own pockets and demand at the same time. And that's where we was led with an issue price that I wasn't comfortable with at all. But after not being able to get my set amount from a dealer, where I'd been arranging in advance, just letting him know that, look, I know your price is going to be the cheapest coming out, so if you can secure these for me, was told it shouldn't be a problem. But then being in the same situation others were, when it was just a sold out situation, not being able to get through to the dealer. Now, I don't put all of my eggs in one basket, so I was able to secure what I was looking for with another dealer, but I had to pay the prices that I was very uncomfortable paying, and that was the only bad side of it. But in the end of the day, the coins are appreciating fantastically. Individuals have showed me prices of coins that look attractive, and I would say, unless you are able to purchase those coins, I wouldn't look at what's being shown there. I mean, I've heard currently the dogs have been sold for 2,500 euros. So if you're seeing on a website that it may be, you know, 1,900 or 2,000 euros, well, I'd say if you can secure at that price. Then I had a situation where once I've logged in with one dealer, a dealer that told me they wouldn't be getting the coins at all, dropped the bomb and had both coins in question, and for a cheaper price than I had actually locked in with. So it was just one big joke and one big frenzy, and watching their proofs just disappear by the minute. I believe they sold 130 coins, proof coins, and these were like at 90 euros in like 10 minutes. Now, once again, for these dealers, they're seeing things that they haven't seen before. So these coins are worth the frenzy, but not worth the frenzy. And moving forward, I'd say to individuals, anything from these guys, we're talking about the nautical ounce coins and these lunar coins, it's going to be just as bad. So each individual may want to try some type of way to secure whatever they can secure. What's going to be the problem moving forward that I can see is going to be the price. Now, of course, nobody wants to pay the high issue price, but they've done a video already just comparing the two. And so with these, being able to see that they can appreciate fast on the secondary market is a great thing. And the numbers still very small, very nice to my own personal liking. There's still a lot of hope there, but, you know, and something to take on board for all individuals that do have the rooster. What we have with the dog is an extra 88 coins in circulation. So, you know, the rooster has become even more popular and in demand because you have 88 individuals, preferably or technically collectors, that now have the dog that need a rooster. So if you did have one on the already tiny mintage of 100, that coin has now become the Uber key coin. And it's interesting really because I've not seen this model work with a successful series before, where they increase the gold each year. So, you know, you had 100 roosters, now you have 188 dogs. What will we see with the pigs? I mean, they've done this obviously so they could start actually making money. I'm not saying that they didn't in the first place, but 100 coins, when you're taking design, production and all the likes of into account, they was barely breaking even from my understanding. So it's going to be interesting. All those that were in from the beginning, it's not going to be a problem. And this is why I can see some clients contacting dealers and stating whatever the price, I'll take it. And this is why dealers seeing this. I knew this would happen, but I don't think dealers were quite onto it. So it's just interesting, but that's just a frenzy. You know, it didn't work out. I instructed individuals to contact or leave emails, and it just, from what I understand, was just one big joke, and I was totally a part of it. But, you know, we live and we learn. Just got to work out how we're going to approach the next release and take it from there. So that's just that on the lunar dog release. And just a heads up, you know, what I'm about to mention, I have no mint and coin, but from what I understand, there's going to be another coin that can cause somewhat of a frenzy, being released at the tail end of this week or maybe in the very beginning of next week. So once again, it's just a coin that's going to have some tongue wagging. I don't know absolutely nothing other than that, so it's going to be interesting. So some individuals may want to get their trigger fingers ready. The dog's taken a lot out of me, so it's going to have to be real special for me to jump on board. But I'm hearing it's one of those coins, so I have a faint idea of who it may be coming from. So it's going to be interesting to see. So hopefully this week, the time of releasing this video, so I believe we're on Wednesday, so maybe tomorrow or Friday, we should see what happens. So getting into the coin community talk now, it's going to be regarding a lot of the negative comments that have been happening in my videos. So I've been contacted by a few individuals, and I've noticed this myself, but it's gotten a little out of hand as individuals, men and women alike, have contacted me just regarding how ridiculous it's got in the comment section of my videos. Now it's the main culprit, and you know, culprits involved, and I will say this all stemmed and came about from the whole Frank P situation, and you know, it wasn't a good situation that happened there. If I haven't mentioned, Frank has contacted me and apologized. Now I accepted the apology. I'm not one to keep things going or just, you know, go all out for it. It is what it is. I never physically got affected. I know a lot of people did, but in the end of the day, Frank, I have nothing against him as an individual. You know, I actually think he's a pretty decent, funny character, but you know, his actions are very, very dangerous and despicable, and I don't think they're going to be resolved overnight. That's years, you know, I've known people like that, and they don't change overnight. Hugs and prayer ain't gonna change an individual like that, and I came at him like that because that's what was needed. But I'm not that individual that gets involved on that type of level. So I understand all of this when we have the back and forth and the individuals going ape shit in the comments. It's going to be stemming from the Frank situation. It seems to have come to an end with the Frank thing, where, you know, he's out, you know, doing his thing, trying to reform himself. That's not going to be no easy feat. It's not going to happen overnight. I know real change don't happen just like that. That's years of issues, whether it be excuses or, you know, skills he's built up. But if he really wants to change, I'm sure he'll get there. But regarding the individuals that have spawned out of that and it's spilling into my comments, what I'm going to be doing moving forward, I'm not going to be blocking nobody. I mean, the individuals in question, as destructive they've been in their comments, they've also been constructive. They're not one-hit wonders, absolute trolls, but I do know from the private messages I've received, a lot of people have been extremely offended, and a lot of people are intimidated by these types of comments. Now, I'm aware I have enabled individuals to get aware of this, and so I will be intervening. It's a shame, really, because I don't want to have to you know, parent grown folk, but it's not within me to keep something going on forever. You know, I either remove myself from the situation or find the best way out of it. I'm not that type of individual that I'll just clutch onto it and just drag it down with me. So moving forward, I'm going to ask and put it out there that individuals involved in this keep it to topic, whether it be, you know, you can of course display you may dislike something if I'm talking about something. And, you know, I will say it's from the same individual rubbing me the wrong way. I mean, we bumped heads a few times. Individuals may have taken opportunities. So it just goes to show sometimes you can, you know, you need protecting from yourself. But, you know, moving forward, keep it to topic. If you want to be the Simon Cowell of the stacking community, then so be it. But no name calling, you know, it's a shame that I have to put this out there because I feel bad doing it myself. You know, if I haven't mentioned before, none of my friends or family in my personal life actually know I'm on a social media platform. So when I say a social media platform, the likes of where you can leave comments and have likes and dislikes and all of that. I mean, WhatsApp is as far as I go, and they would be shocked to see what's going on or even what I'm a part of. I'm not proud of myself for getting involved in the whole Frank P situation. This is why I just want it forgotten and left and just over with. So moving forward, I'm not going to block anybody, as I've mentioned, but, you know, if I have to mention that, you know, you have to keep it above board, I'll just remove the comment. Now, you don't want that. Nobody wants that. But in the end of the day, if you're dispassionate, there's always the opportunity, and the most logical thing to do is start your own channel, which you have, but start loading content on there. And just, you know, doing and saying the things you do on my channel or others' channels, just see how far it will get you, you know. Those that feel the same way will definitely support you. I've always been 50-50, but once people start really displaying how offended they are, whether it may be their belief or just their way of stacking or the likes of, you know, we're all entitled to do whatever. I've always said as long as you're not outright intentionally being offensive, I'm going to have no problems. But that just seems to be the case now. And we all know, we're all grown ups, you're smart enough to know that you shouldn't be doing and saying these types of things. So I'm just letting individuals that have contacted me regarding that know that I will be taking care of their issue, which is a shame that I have to take this, you know, parenting approach, but hopefully moving forward it will all be kept decent and above board. And if you want to start naming names, just, you know, do it on your own channel, because, you know, technically I have been enabling and I don't want to do that or keep on doing that moving forward. So hopefully that's addressed. Now, addressing the other issue that I've had individuals contact me regarding me not being as present on their channel, whether it be the videos and as of recent on Instagram also. So to address that, I would say I've over a period of time, I've noticed a very strange pattern, whether it be me leaving comments and just being left with airtime, or just me being over there and just not getting what I would deem an adequate response back, or just an action, a positive action that I'm doing being reciprocated. So when I'm saying that, it could be anything from, once again, me leaving a comment. Now, me as a content creator, I know that a comment and a like is absolutely nothing. You know, leaving a comment or a like for somebody is nothing. There's nothing to it. It doesn't cost nothing. You know, it's not going to break your day, especially if it's just well, from what we do, it could be like a great pickup. You don't have to physically like it. On Instagram, it's different. You know, technically you can leave a comment, but that's the main thing you can do. When I'm following a content creator, I want to be able to go 100%. So I'm not going to subcategorize, especially if we're stacking and talking about the same kind of thing. I'm not going to take it to the levels. This is just me, so I'm judging by my own standards. I'm not going to take it to the level where I say, well, I don't technically like that, so I'm not going to comment or like, if you understand. I'm all in. I'm either with you or I'm not. I'm not going to get petty to the levels where I'm going to start nitpicking. So if I feel like I'm coming on your channel and I'm being nothing but positive, but then it's not being appreciated and reciprocated, the only thing I can do is remove myself from the situation. So that's why I haven't been as active for individuals that have commented on the channel. Whether it may be, I have no problem, and I believe I have always started, whether it be the commenting and the liking, and then not received it back, and then just noticed the pattern. It's not just being one individual, and it's not just being my own paranoia. I mean, I have had individuals in the past, very prominent individuals, contact me regarding that, and, you know, their reasons made no sense to me, but in the end of the day, they don't have to. But if I'm there going 100% and don't feel it's being appreciated or reciprocated, I'm just going to remove myself from the situation, and that's what I've done. So the outcome of that has been, whether on Instagram, which I've just recently started, I've gone more for the quality than quantity. And now this is just me participating in their content, so I've just dwindled it down. The last thing I want to see is hundreds and hundreds of feeds, regardless of what they may be. If I'm going to be involved in it, I want to be able to watch your video and comment and like on it. But once again, if it's not being returned, then I'd rather just not be involved. So I did cut my Instagram people I was like to. I have unsubbed some channels. I'm just not as active or present on other channels, and that's the reason. Individuals have asked me, so I hope that answers the question. In the end of the day, the only thing I'm accused of is being positive and coming around and just being positive and liking on your channel. I do respond to all comments that get to me. I know we all have life, so at the times we get back to me, it totally is different. When I get to comments, you know, you can respond to them in sequence that I receive, and that's the thing that I do. But I just noticed some just weird, strange patterns from individuals over a period of time, and I can't explain them, only they can explain them. So I just chose to remove myself from the situation. As I mentioned, you know, it's equivalent to giving a high five and just being left with hang time. And with some individuals, it got damn near just pathetically stupid. So that's been the situation while I've been absent. It's just boiled down to that, really. Once upon a time, I put creator content or creator relationships first, but I've focused more on those that support me and my content now. I don't know if individuals felt it competition or they just felt a certain way and their emotions just ended up getting the better of them. But I just don't want to be a part of that. You know, if we're sub to each other, I want to be able to support you 100%. That's going to be liking and commenting regardless of what it is. As I mentioned, for me, a like and a comment is absolutely nothing. It's the easiest thing you can do, and as a content creator you can understand that. But if for you want to subcategorize and start getting nitty and picky, and, you know, I have absolutely no problem with that. Yeah, I've ended up just mirroring individuals' actions, you know, and I will say I haven't created this situation, and it's been funny as so, you know, individuals have noticed when I've not been as active, but you know, they didn't notice when they was doing whatever they was doing for whatever reason they was doing. But hopefully that's addressed the coin community questions I've also been receiving. Absolutely nothing's going to change, you know. Everybody that's with me 100% and supporting, I'm going to be doing the same for you on YouTube and Instagram moving forward. So hopefully we can all just move forward, you know. You know, you all help one another move forward, and that's just the best way moving forward. So hate or love it, be fantastic to know what you think about this. This is the double sovereign I've got here. This is the sovereign, and this is the half sovereign. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll catch you guys in the rebound.